Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. It is time for November favorites. It is already the end of November, which is unbelievable. 2023 is just around the corner. I feel like just yesterday it was March 2020 and COVID was beginning. So it's wild to me that we're at the end of 2022. This is also my last video before Vlogmas. So this is gonna go up on November 30th and Vlogmas starts December 1st. So that's a big undertaking. I've been pre-filming and working on it a little bit in advance and it's been going well so far, so I have high hopes that I can keep up for this month. But definitely come back all through December and you can watch all of my vlogs every single day in the month of December. They're not all vlogs, some of them are just like regular videos, but it's a good variety, lots of different topics. So I hope you guys will join me for Vlogmas. Okay, so let's just jump into the favorites. This month it's a good mix of products, self-care related things, and also some media. So first up, for Black Friday Small Business Saturday, I ordered these really beautiful earrings from Girl New York. She has a jewelry brand that she collaborates with a lot called Erotic Co. I love their jewelry. All the designs that she's made with them in the past have been beautiful. I've never bought anything until now. I bought these little sparkle earrings. The sparkle emoji is my favorite emoji and Mira is one of my favorite artists, so I just thought it's Small Business Saturday. This is a great time to invest in a new piece of jewelry. So they're not here yet. I think that they're like custom made, like when you order, they're made to order. So I think it's gonna take a little while for them to arrive, but I love them so much. I'm so excited for them to get here. I will link the collection below if you want to look at the other items in the collection. These earrings also come with like a little leaf design, and then there's some other rings and necklaces and other stuff as well. The other brand I want to highlight that I ordered from during like Black Friday time is Girlfriend Collective. Girlfriend is blowing up. They're a huge brand, but if you've never heard of them, it's a sustainable activewear brand. So they make like leggings and sports bras and workout equipment and stuff. And the material is made out of recycled water bottles. It is the like stretchiest, comfiest material I've ever felt in my life. So I have some leggings from them, I have a couple sports bras, and I also just ordered some of their underwear. And those are also not here yet, but they should be arriving any day. I already have some underwear from them that I bought in the past and they are so comfy. I love them. The fabric is great. So highly recommend Girlfriend if you have never tried them before. It's a little bit expensive, but it is a sustainable brand. It's very size inclusive. They have lots of different colors of everything. So I love this brand. Highly recommend checking it out. By the way, nothing in this video is sponsored. My channel is way too small for that. I would love to work with any of these brands one day, but nothing is sponsored. These are just my real opinions. Okay, so the next three things I want to talk about are all kind of like self-care related and related to my recovery with my eating disorder. So I feel like I've mentioned a few times on the channel that I have an eating disorder. I've said before that I'm trying to work on not being so ashamed of saying that and like being open about it. I feel like maybe it's time soon for me to just make a video kind of explaining my story with that and my history and where I'm at, because it's been a very, very long journey, much more than half of my life. But anyway, I've been making a lot of progress with steps towards recovery, so I wanted to share a couple things that are helping me. Number one is HelloFresh. I know that everyone talks about HelloFresh. It's like probably the #1 most sponsored company on YouTube. But like I said, this is not sponsored. I went back to using HelloFresh this month. I've tried it in the past. Like I've done like the free boxes and stuff from friends, or like I've signed up for it before and then canceled it, primarily because it's kind of expensive. I mean, I know that they try to market it as being cheaper than grocery shopping. For me, it's really not. It's like probably around the same price or more than grocery shopping. However, I started doing it again because it's really encouraging me to actually cook things and make well-rounded meals and like actually eat more interesting food, because that's something I have a really big issue with, is like not eating enough, not cooking enough, and not eating a variety of things. So I started doing HelloFresh. I've had it for 3 weeks now. So I've had 9 different meals. They've all been excellent. And even though it is an expense added to my budget, my grocery budget has gone way down because now I'm mostly eating HelloFresh. I have the plan where you get 3 meals and it's like 2 servings per meal. So normally I'll cook it in the evening and I'll have it for dinner, and then the leftovers I'll eat like for lunch or dinner the next day. So it fills in like a lot of my meals through the week, and then most of my groceries are just like snacks and like filler things for dinner. I'm trying to get better at cooking and get better at having a schedule with eating and sleeping and just like being a functioning human, and I think HelloFresh has made that a lot easier for me because eating and food is something I have a lot of anxiety around. So just having something that's like pre-made and pre-portioned that's easy to make but still interesting and really delicious makes me feel confident about eating it. I know this really sounds like an ad, but like, I'm serious. As someone that has an eating disorder, I think that this has been a huge stepping stone for me. It was something my nutritionist recommended that I try, and I'm really happy that I did. On that note, something else my nutritionist recommended that I've been using and loving is this app called Recovery Record. So this is primarily a meal tracking app for eating disorders. You can also track like your thoughts and behaviors and other things as well. But I really like it because it's not like the same as MyFitnessPal, which if you have an eating disorder, I wonder if you also have a very bad relationship with MyFitnessPal, but it doesn't do anything to calculate like calories or macros or anything. Like, it's just a place where you enter in like what time you ate, what did you eat alone or with friends, where were you, how did you feel, did you eat enough, why or why not, you know, all of that sort of stuff. It's highly customizable, so whatever type of eating disorder you have, you can change like what type of questions it asks you every day. It sends you reminders to eat your meals. So I really like it. It's the best app that I've ever tried for like habit tracking and eating disorder recovery. So that's another really good one if you guys unfortunately have that problem. If you want to check it out, I highly recommend that. And the last thing on this topic of self-care and eating disorder recovery is this book that I've been reading called Intuitive Eating, also recommended by my nutritionist. She is amazing. Intuitive eating is becoming a more and more popular style of approaching food and eating. And this is the original book, like this is the original place where it came from. And it basically kind of takes you through not only the scientific data that supports why this is a better style of eating and that this is actually like the natural style of eating that we're born with, but it also takes you through all the steps of like how to reframe your thinking and things that you can change in order to become better at intuitive eating and become an intuitive eater. It is a very difficult skill, even though it's a natural skill that has unfortunately been lost over time and like societal pressure and norms and all of that stuff. So trying to like return back to that state, I think is very healing and calming for me. So I've been really enjoying reading this book. I think it's really helped me a lot. I haven't finished it yet. I'm maybe like a third of the way through, but I love it. Again, if you're looking for something to help with your eating disorder, I recommend checking this out. Okay, now I want to talk about some media that I've been enjoying this month. Kind of something new and something old. So I watched the Wednesday series on Netflix. I actually binge watched it like all in one day, and I loved it. I thought it was really fun. I don't really watch a lot of TV, but my friends had mentioned this show and that they wanted to watch it. So we watched one episode together, and then I went home and I watched literally all the rest of it. I thought it was really good. I really like Jenna Ortega, who's playing Wednesday. Catherine Zeta-Jones is in it as Morticia. Gwendolyn Christie is in it from Game of Thrones. She plays Brienne of Tarth. And the director is Tim Burton. So like, it was great. I thought it was really fun. I loved the costumes. I loved the sets. I thought the story was fun. Honestly, the way I've been describing it to people, if anyone has seen that other Netflix show called First Kill, which I watched like, I want to say in like August or September-ish it was out. Maybe it was over the summer. I don't know. But it was this like kind of so bad it's good Netflix show about teenage lesbian vampire and vampire hunter girls who end up falling in love. So it's kind of like Romeo and Juliet. Their families are like mortal enemies, but they fall in love. And it was like kind of terrible, but it was so good. Like I got so into it, and then it was canceled. Like there's gonna be no season 2, even though they had so many like cliffhangers and plot lines being set up. It was canceled, so there's no season 2. But I think that the Wednesday show really kind of scratched my itch for that type of thing, because it's the same sort of like murder, mystery, monster, supernatural story, but it has the added influence of like the lore of the Addams family and also Tim Burton as the director. So it's not so bad it's good. Like, it's actually good. I really liked it. Highly recommend checking it out. If you're on the fence, definitely give it a watch. I watched the first episode and I was hooked on it, so check it out. Let me know what you guys think. The other thing that I have been binge watching this month, which is kind of almost a guilty pleasure, is Shark Tank. So Shark Tank is like, I do really enjoy it. Like, I think it's really entertaining. I love listening to people give their pitches. I love looking at all the products. As somebody who wants to own my own small business one day, it is kind of inspiring to watch. But at the same time, you know, it's a bunch of millionaires and billionaire Mark Cuban, like, just doing their rich person thing. And like, I don't know. On the one hand, I'm like, eat the rich. I hate you guys. But on the other hand, I'm like, well, at least I think they're all self-made, all the sharks. I believe that they're all self-made. Like, I don't think that they came from money. At least most of them didn't. And I think that, like, you know, if you are going to have that kind of success and that kind of money, at least they are turning it around and like reinvesting their money back into small companies and like regular people who created cool products. So I don't know. I think there are definitely some ethical issues with Shark Tank, but it's very entertaining. I've been watching it. I watched like all of season 12 that's on Hulu. I think it's only a partial season that's on Hulu. And then I went back and watched all of season 11, and I think I might just keep going backwards until I get bored of it. But that is the other thing that I have been watching like every night after work. The other thing that I've been using as kind of like a relaxing activity, time-wasting activity, is this mobile game called 2 Dots. I do not play mobile games. I play very few. The only other one that I've played recently is called Neko Atsume, which is the cat collecting game, which is completely different. Like, it's not really a game, it's just kind of like looking at stuff. But 2 Dots is kind of similar to Candy Crush. That's probably like the most similar game I can think of, but it does have its own little quirks and little system and rules and whatnot. But I really like it. I just got to level 300. I've been just playing it as like a way to relax and chill out. And I think it gives my brain something to do. It doesn't have a lot of ads. It actually has no ads at all, I think, unless you're like watching an ad to get like an extra life or something like that. But other than that, it has no ads, which I love. It has little mini games that are fun too. So like, I don't know, it's just a fun little game I've been playing. And the last thing on this list, this is honestly one of my favorite things that happened this month, which is like a more personal, real life thing. My friend Tema had a really cute little party at her apartment this month. It was a brunch party, so it was at like 11 o'clock on a Sunday. And the theme of the party, or the rule of the party, was that if you get invited, you have to bring somebody with you that doesn't know anyone else. So it was kind of a way for people to all like bring their friends, and everyone could meet each other and like make new friends, and it was so fun. So Tema and her roommate were hosting it together, so there was a bunch of people that like the two of them had never met, like they were meeting each other's friends as roommates, and then also like all of our friends came with us. So that was really fun. I had a great time. I wish I could do more stuff like that because I am still actively trying to make friends in Philly. I have like maybe 4 or 5 good friends in Philly that I've made in the last year, but I love meeting new people, especially because like I think 90% of the people at that party all lived in this area, like in my neighborhood. So that's really nice to like be able to meet people that live nearby. I feel like it's always a more viable friendship when you are physically close to each other, because as adults it's so hard to make plans with people. But yeah, I just thought that was a really fun idea. If you guys are looking for like something fun to do for your next party, invite a few friends and then have them bring their friends that you don't know, and you can meet them. I thought that was really cute. So guys, that's it for my monthly favorites of November. To be honest, these videos usually don't do very well. They don't get a lot of views. They don't perform that well. But I want to keep making them because I think it's kind of fun for me to reflect every month on what's been going on, what I've been enjoying, things that have brought joy to my life. And also, to be honest, I see this as kind of a future path to working with some of these brands. Like I said, nothing is sponsored, but I kind of hope that someday somebody will sponsor me, and this is kind of a gateway towards that. Thank you guys so much for watching. Like I said, Vlogmas starts tomorrow, so you can come back tomorrow and every day in December for a new video. And until next time, I hope you guys are having a great day, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye!